Welcome to Clean Space Podcast, brought to you by Checkers Cleaning Supply, your clean resource. Co-hosted by Terrence Hewitt and Carla Hewitt. Clean Space, the place to share your ideas about the cleaning industry.
Well, good day, everybody. We're pleased to welcome joining us today on the Clean Space Podcast, our friend and colleague and hospitality leader and general manager of the Hampton Inn by Hilton Toronto Mississauga West, Mr. Prince Sharma. How are you doing today, Prince?
Good afternoon, Carl. Good afternoon, Terrence, and everybody. Thank you so much for hosting me on this year now. Doing good, doing pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Yes, we're doing well, and thank you very kindly for taking some time today to join us and talk about the cleaning industry, but also more specifically the hospitality industry. I know that's been one of the industries that's been quite hit hard by the COVID-19 crisis. So we wanted to get you to join on us today because we do also have quite a few listeners and clients, including yourself, you're a longtime client of ours in the hospitality industry. But kind of give us an overview of how you guys were impacted heavily by the COVID-19 crisis here in the past year.
Sure. First of all, thank you so much. You guys are doing amazing during this COVID, supplying all the cleaning and important stuff like sanitizations and everything you're doing. You guys are doing awesome. Hospitality industry, as it's a big hit industry right now by this COVID from past 1 year and taking pretty long to recover. Fortunately, we are still working. We are fine, but the occupancy and the rates dropped significantly due to the travel ban, due to the border closure and impacted businesses. We are hoping it will start recovering soon, but still, I think it's a long way. And government is supporting the businesses really nicely. They're doing their good. They're doing their part as well with the different subsidies. So we are surviving, but we are not at the best situation right now.
What kind of subsidies and support has the government provided that you were able to take advantage of that have helped you guys get through? Just so some of our listeners know kind of what's available out there in case they haven't taken advantage of them themselves.
Sure. So government have different subsidies right now available for the businesses, for the local businesses, for the small businesses, like wage subsidy, which is the main covering 75% of wages of all the employees working in the hospitality industry and different businesses. Apart from that, there's a leasing subsidies from the government as well, which is a big support. I feel, if they wouldn't help us in this situation, we would be definitely closed for the whole year, I guess. But they're doing their part. We are trying our best to cope up with the situation right now, staying focused and providing the best services to our guests, so we can still stay in the game, and hopefully things will be better. I know it's a burden on government as well, and on everybody, on every household. Jobs are really being impacted by this COVID. So government is having different subsidies for unemployment as well. So overall, it's a good situation from government end, but COVID is not going anywhere, I guess. So it is still a long way. We're hoping things will be normal soon, occupancy will build up, and then we can create more jobs and create less burden on government as well.
You got it. Yeah. No, that's very key. How is based on the COVID crisis, how has I guess primarily you guys be involved in some of the Hilton properties? What kind of protocols and changes have sort of happened to your cleaning and housekeeping processes throughout COVID-19 in order to sort of, I guess the biggest thing is consumer and guest confidence, right? You want everybody to feel comfortable when they're coming to stay at your property. So what kind of steps have you taken in that regard based on, say, changes and improvements to your cleaning and housekeeping processes?
Exactly. This COVID actually changed the whole cleaning process, whole hospitality industry in a big time. Things we were never imagined before. It's considered on priority basis now. Imagine we would be traveling to anywhere before the COVID with free minds, with free mindset. Hotels are doing great, brands are doing great. But since this COVID started, all the top brands, Hilton, Marriott, IHG, all of them, they have significantly changed their cleaning process, and that is for sure, to gain the guest confidence, to make them feel comfortable. Hilton started their cleaning. It's called Hilton Clean Stay. Basically, it's a program they started, and they are the first leader who started this program when the COVID started. So basically, making sure from the guest steps into the property till they leave, they are safe. They feel safe with the cleaning, disinfection, sanitization, and everything. Our housekeepers being trained to clean the rooms in such a way that if guest walks in, they feel like it smells nice, sanitized properly, there's no dust, all the high touch points being cleaned properly, wiped properly. The program consists of different products which was supplied from Hilton vendors, and which was significantly Lysol. They got the partnership with Lysol and some local vendors as well. And so they're providing all the products that we need to use those protocols to make sure that things are under control, especially in the high time of COVID. Guest walks in, they get the emails from the brand that you're going to this property and this property is being taken care of by these protocols. Making sure that all the staff members are wearing the mask, they're keeping the distance, there are signs on the floor, there are signs in the elevator, guest washrooms, fitness room is being closed, and pool is closed by the city law, so we can't basically open that for the guests. Breakfast was closed as well, and it's still closed, but we still offering some breakfast bags to go, which is very safe. So this whole program consists of the cleaning and safety of our guests. When you walk in the room, you actually feel it's basically a different whole room before COVID and then after COVID. And of course, I think it was much needed as well. Things, like I said, it's changed, and it's changed in a good way as well. I think this will last long for years now. Things we will do in a house, our housekeepers and laundry persons, they will do it for a long time, because that is the confidence we gained in our guests. All the Hilton Honors members, they know if they're walking into Hilton property, how they're gonna be safe there, what things there needs to be do, and where the sanitizers, where the disinfectant wipes. And most importantly, with the technology, they don't need to come to the desk to check in. They can check in on their phone and they can just walk into the room. So that's the biggest advantage of the technology in hospitality, which is changing the whole hospitality industry. And another thing is Hilton did is they have created a seal of cleaning, of the clean stay, which we put after cleaning and sanitizing the rooms. We put it on the door. So means when the guest comes and open the door, they break the seal. So that kind of mindset they are giving to our guests, that this room is cleaned, safe, sanitized, and ready for you guys. So it's a very big steps they have taken. All of the brands taken. Marriott, they have different programs. And being said that, you guys are doing great to supply the products which we needed, and especially in the tough time when there was a shortage of supply in other vendors and all. You guys were there to help us and stand with us to support the hospitality industry. So thank you guys.
Well, that's good. No, we appreciate the business you guys have given us and the partnerships we've enjoyed over the years. And I just wanted to circle back on your you talked about the high touch point areas. Is that something you're cleaning with a pre-moistened wipe, or you with like a spray bottle disinfectant with a disposable wiper or a washable rag? How's that done?
Right. So as I mentioned, they have provided us some products, which is Lysol spray and Lysol disinfectant wipes. So they have created a diagram, a chart, which are the high touch areas, which guests use every time when they're in the room. So we have to make sure that we clean it, our housekeepers clean it with those disinfectant wipes, killing the 99.9% germs, and making sure all those points being cleaned before we make the room ready. So that's something very important for every guest to come and feel it. There's no fingerprint marks. There's no dust on them. And it's pretty good for our hotel cleaning as well for long term. So we are pretty good. We are very well doing that and making sure things being taken care of properly.
How many hours or how much time has it added per room to implement your new cleaning procedures?
It's basically added about 10 to 15 minutes more in every single room.
Wow.
Our average time was cleaning a room was 30 minutes before, but definitely once a housekeeper clean the room, and then they take the wipes and disinfectant spray to make sure they clean all those high touch points and whatever left. And after that, the supervisor come and he check the room. He makes sure things are okay, untouched, and then he put the seal on the door to make sure that this room is sealed, locked, and sanitized for the next guest. So 10 to 15 minutes for sure.
Wow, that's significant.
I know.
But I guess it sounds like you feel strongly this way, and I think we do, and the industry and really society as a whole hopes that some of these things that we put into place,
Right.
In order to keep people safe and in order to make things better, stay. Some of these things don't just sort of, we put them into place now and then they lag off at some point. So we feel strongly, and it sounds like you do feel strongly, that some of these things that we put into place are here to stay in view of giving our guests and customers that confidence that what we're doing is in their best interests and in ours, really, from a business perspective too.
Right, and that was much needed, I guess. And as I mentioned, it's going to last long. It's not going to go anywhere. Wearing a mask, keeping the distance, making sure the sanitizers are available, property is clean, nice, things being placed on the right spot, cleaning those high touch points. Some of the things being changed as well in the room as well, like removing the pen and pads. So they don't want us to keep that in the room now. Instead of keeping two phones, we're keeping only one phone. So less surfaces to clean, less you can spread the virus. So you can say that things being changed in the room layout as well. Remotes has been used in a cover. So every time we clean the room and then we sanitize the remote and then we put a plastic cover in that. So when the guest checks out, we change that cover. So that's one of the things. We having the tags hanging on the lamp or on the mirror saying that these are the high touch points are cleaned properly for the guest. Apart from that, there's another thing I would like to mention here. Like I said, there's 10 to 15 minutes added to each room cleaning process. But there's another thing. Due to the low occupancy, we have so many rooms available in the property all the time. So Hilton, this program want us to keep the checkout rooms out of order for a day to 2 days before we clean it and rent it to another guest. So that's one of the thing again added in the system, in the process. So as the guest checks out today, we don't clean the room today. We clean it after 24 to 48 hours to make sure our staff is safe to go in the room, make sure they feel safe cleaning the room, and after that, we clean it, sanitize it, and then we rent it again on the third day. So there's another thing added.
So do you still offer then in-room service while a guest is staying for a period of time or not? Has that been suspended as well?
No, it's been suspended as well. So the less interaction is the main key right now. Anything guests require, they call us and then they can pick. We have created a designated area from there where they can pick up the stuff, maybe either in the hallway or maybe in the lobby area. Our public areas are closed right now. Pool, fitness room, business center is closed. Breakfast area is closed. The breakfast bags being ready in the morning between 6 to 10 o'clock, so they can grab and go. Anything they like to order from outside, the driver comes, like Uber Eats or something, they drop it on the desk and they come and pick it up from there. All the cleaning, like linen and all, that's been also changed. Would like to mention that how the laundry things work here. So if a guest staying long term, every third day we offer them to change their linen and towels. So in saying that the guests staying in the room keep the dirty linen and the towels in a bag outside the room, and then we provide them in a bag outside the room, the fresh one. So they have to basically make their beds now. So they're feeling like a home now. They're getting trained to help their wives, I guess. So they're doing their beds. And being said that it's not mandatory, they need to change it. We offer them to change the room as well. So this is something we are doing extra mile. If a guest staying for a long time, like 7 days, 1 month, or 2 months, we offer them to change their room on third or fourth day to a fresh room. If they feel comfortable, they can move to the room, especially with the health and honors members. So the whole program is designed like that the guests feel safe. That's the main key. And that's what boosting our business a little bit from the health and members, loyal members.
I was just going to ask you, one of the questions I wanted to ask you is around the linens and washing. Have you had to add any extra steps in the washing process for cleaning linens?
Right.
Are you still running the same process?
So we are using the same process, but there's definitely something is being added in that. Like I said, the linen, we get it from the room, from the guest room, dirty linen. We do not wash it on the same day. So we leave it in a bin, linen bin for a day. And the next day, the laundry person comes and wash it. Because again, it's something that guess maybe the housekeepers or laundry person not feel safe to touch it at the same point. So we leave it in the bin. And apart from that, Ecolab is a vendor for Hilton for providing the cleaning supply for the laundry, all the washing stuff and everything. So they have added a program which takes another 15 minutes to wash the linen on a higher temperature. That's one of the thing, and the drying time as well. The high heat that actually kills the bacteria and the viruses. So that helps us too. And after that, wearing gloves and mask while folding the laundry and everything, that helps to get these things cleaned properly. Make sure that they are placed on a clean surface and everything. And do not touch without gloves. So that's another thing. The things being really changed, I'm telling you.
Yes. Oh, that's good. I mean, that's anybody that is traveling out and about right now, we'd encourage them that the protocols that you've put into place are significant and by the sounds of things, they're quite comprehensive. So congratulations on that. So
Thank you so much.
How have you? I think we've seen it some of your advertising and things like that. You've kind of shifted your focus or allowed for quarantine stay packages.
Right. So that okay. So initially, when government started this program, that every international traveler has to do the quarantine for 14 days, and this thing started on the second wave, which was in August sometime, when the lot of international travelers were coming to Canada, especially the immigrants and the students, international students. So some of them they approached me asking, "Oh, I need to do the quarantine. We don't have a place. We booked our apartments. We booked our Airbnb, but when we landed, the landlord refused us to, come and stay there for quarantine because they feel like it's high risk." So initially, I got approached by a few of the students and the new immigrants and saying they need a place to do it. We were in a dilemma to should we do that or no, because again it was a high risk for us and our staff members too. But then we took this risk. We thought we should help our community. We should help our international travelers coming to this country, believing that this is one of the best countries to come and migrate, and why not we should offer the best hospitality here. So we created this whole program. Which was for 14 days, providing all the meals 3 times, providing airport pickup, and providing all the services to their room without interaction. Though there are so many programs layouts we did like that, and make sure they are safe in our hotel, our staff members safe in our hotel, and they're going as per the guidelines of government. So we were approached by government health inspectors as well to guide us how we can implement that. And we did that pretty well. We did that for almost 6 months. We are doing that from September till now. and it's been amazing hit. I don't know, I should say or no, but we were the one in whole GTA to start that program, and and it was really big hit. I still get every day 10 to 15 messages to book that package, and it's been amazing because everything they were getting in the room, all the meals, and believe me, as in terms of the price and rate for the package, we did not do this to make any profit because we were having it just like on a very minimum price to get some revenue to support our employees, to our hotel operations, and to take care of our guests. So it was a good big hit, and it was a very good teamwork from us and from our management.
Is that you spoke earlier as to the no contact check-in where they can check in from their phone? They don't have to go to the front desk. Was that created as part of that package, or is that something?
Exactly. Yes. So being a Hilton, if you sign up for a Hilton member, they do not need to come to the desk. They can just use the app and do the check-in. So what we did is when we created the package, when they booked the package, we gave them instructions to create your Hilton Honors account, and before walking to the property, they can actually select their room, and they can select what type of room they needed, and then they can check in online, and then just go walk to the room, and making sure they're wearing gloves, mask, and covering their body. And also we provided them sanitizers in their room to sanitize their luggage and everything when they come in and walks in the room. So it was, and we created a separate elevator for them so they can use only those elevators for their current time going up and down. So and so many protocols we followed. We created the new system. It was initially time consuming, but it worked out really well. And now if you ask anybody where they wanted to quarantine, they would definitely say Hampton in Mississauga West.
Oh, that's very exciting. That was a good way to kind of pivot at a time of need, win-win for everybody to help out,
exactly.
like you were talking about, and then both to use your property and keep open and keep rolling and support your staff. So that's very exciting. Congratulations.
It kept us really busy, actually. Thank you.
Good. Well, maybe we could shift gears a little bit here, Prince, and maybe have a look inside your crystal ball. How do you see the hospitality industry rebounding and moving forward going into the rest of 2021? Do you have any ideas based on your current experience and talking to other hospitality leaders and things like that on how things are moving?
Sure. As you know how the situation is right now, government, and we know we are getting into third wave now. And there are so many restrictions still in place, especially the travel ban. Government has announced their own new travel ban, which is, for the new all new international travelers coming to the country. They have announced the border closure, I guess till June or July already. So things are not moving well. The occupancy we are having is just a local, transient, or international traveler for current time. Which is again the number of international travelers are reduced since this new travel ban is implemented. So looking forward, and we having so many meetings with the associations, hotel associations, and everything. Looking forward, we still think it's gonna take another 1 to 2 years to start getting the occupancy. Not even to the break even, but still it's gonna take a long time until all the vaccinated done, until the travel open and border opens for the US businesses. Until then, I don't think so it's gonna be in a zone to recover. So we're hoping for 2022 to be a best year, since 2021 and 2020 is gone. This year, I don't think so there will be much movement. Hospitality still be there to just survive, and having the regular guests coming to the property. But moving forward, again, if this case is going to go high, it's going to still impact on the hospitality. Again, as I mentioned, the subsidies and everything are there in place till June 2021 by government, which I'm not sure if they're going to extend it or no. And just in case if the government does not extend that, again, it's going to be bad for the hospitality industry. If the travel won't open, that's a key factor to get the occupancy. So if that won't be open until this year or maybe another 6 months, it's still going to impact the hospitality industry. So the scenario looks like it's going to be 2022 now. Everybody keeping an eye on that. And I hope everybody will be vaccinated by end of this year and things will move forward nicely and boost our confidence to stay in the hospitality industry and keeping you guys busy. So it's already, we are on each other now. If we are open, you guys are there to help us. And if you're open, we need your help. So it's all win-win situation for both. So if the economy boosts, if the market moves on, I think it's going to be a win-win situation for both of us. And we're hoping 2022 will be a good year.
What are you currently doing, or how do you train your staff on the proper protocols? Is that something that you have to do yourself, or is it through a third-party company?
No, right now we are doing that because we're getting all the protocols and these new programs and courses from Hilton. So they have created the whole system like that how we can train to our employees. We have a meeting room space in our property and we have a projector placed in there. So basically it's all videos created by Hilton, how to use the products, how to use the cleaning protocols, what is the layout of the room, how it should be done from entering the property to the end of the property, elevators and everything, how we should take care of that. So basically we show it to our employees. They go one by one, they check it. As I mentioned, there's not many employees right now, especially the cleaning employees because of low occupancy. So it's pretty easy. They can watch on their phones. They can go and sit in the meeting room, check the training part. And if they have any questions, they can always ask me and I can help them to, train from further on that. So the system is created pretty nicely and easy to access it. Yeah.
Is that something that they have to review monthly, or how often do they sort of retrain or re-review?
Right. So things been changing quickly. So every few weeks or every month, there's some addition into the program. So initially they just started with the cleaning protocols, but then they started adding those stickers and adding those remote covers, just an example. So those things comes in and then we show to them how these things gonna be. And then they get trained to that. They know how to use the product. And then from there, they implement in the system, in the rooms and while cleaning. So if they have any questions, they call me or they call our housekeeper supervisor, and then we train them either over the phone or with the distance or with taking all precautions.
Well, that's good. That is one area that I'm particularly interested in. In the cleaning industry is proper training. I think we addressed it in our first episode when we had Alan McCabe on. We went into depth in the necessity of training cleaning staff just to make sure that it's being done properly, because it's more than just handing them a spray bottle and a cloth and saying,
right,
go and wipe everything.
Oh, that's very important actually. Training on this in this particular time is very important. Training your staff member how to use the product and where to use the product is very important. I know there's several products available, which is disinfectant, which is antibacterial and all. So they need to know how exactly to use it. And if they're not using it properly, there's no point of doing that. That's why we have one housekeeper supervisor on site to make sure he go step by step with them and they follow that process. They follow those products to use, where to use it. They make sure they're putting the stickers. They make sure they're putting the disinfectant wipes in the room for the guests. Make sure they're removing the pens. Make sure they're cleaning the glass door handles, switches and everything properly with this proper given spray as per the protocols. And if they're not doing it properly, means then of course it's not going to work out. And like I said, technology is just taking everything away. I mean, like they are doing so well, creating all those videos, animated videos, live videos that, then I think man-to-man training is going to end at one point. For sure. So this is something very convincing and very useful. And I think this is what everybody was hoping for the future. But now everything implemented because of this COVID in 2020. So basically, we are already in future of using technology and learning the things and doing the training properly.
Yeah, that's very exciting. I mean, it's good that some of these things are being put into place, and the training and things like that you're talking about in view of giving consumers confidence. Because I don't, pre-COVID, there was the continued rise of some of the room share and these other app-based hospitality companies. But I'm wondering, and I'd love to know your thoughts, how possibly something like this and the infrastructure that's behind some of the existing brand names like Hilton and Marriott and IHG and things like that, and the steps that they've taken to protect their guests from confidence. Do you think that's going to impact you guys positively going forward, to know that, I'm going to Hampton Inn, Mississauga West because I know the protocol that's in place and I know that my room has been cleaned to certain standards? What's your thoughts on that?
Right. See, that's why all the brands on the Marriott, Hilton, IHG, all of them, they created this program to make sure that all the Hilton loyal members, all the other guests, they know that where they're going, why they are going, and are they going to stay safe there? Are they gonna have a good sleep there? Are they gonna feel that this room is sanitized properly? So there's so much emails. There's so much promotion. There's so much stuff they're posting online. They're telling and convincing their members and guests, see, this is what we are doing. Come, see. And they feel safe. They walk in, they feel safe. We get the reviews afterwards and we get the survey. Right now, when they're in the property, they get the survey right away, asking, okay, how the cleaning process of this hotel is, how the interaction with the guest, with the staff is, what protocols are they following or no. And on top of that, Hilton, I'm sure all other brands are doing as well, but Hilton, every 2 to 3 months, they are doing the virtual QA, because now there's no in-person QA. So they're doing the QA to make sure they see that we are following the protocol. City is being very good on that, giving us all the promotional stuff to place on our desk, on our doors, that we make sure you're wearing mask and everything. Make sure if you're sneezing, don't come in the property, checking the temperatures and all. So I think this is very important, and it's very encouragement. It's encouraging for our guests to come back. If they come back, stay with us, and the next time they definitely tell 10 more guests, okay, go stay in Hampton Inn or Hilton, because they are following the protocols. And believe me, in the past 1 year, we having so many guests there staying there for a long time, like months or weeks, just because they said we feel safe here. We don't want to move to a property or a place where they don't feel safe. There's no sanitizers, no protocols being taken place, so they feel safe about it. And online reviews are helping us to get the more business, because again, guests these days, they don't mention that how was their stay. They mention the cleaning was properly done. So the reviews are changed too. Everything is changed. So they have more focus on cleanliness now, instead of saying, oh, it was wonderful because the pool was awesome. But now they say it was wonderful because everything was clean and sanitized properly. So things again changed.
That's
and
great.
Yeah, and believe me, I don't know if you have noticed or no, I recently posted an article on my LinkedIn profile saying, since this COVID started, this hospitality industry is changed in a different way, in a good way, that we are taking all these protocols, following the protocols, and this is the best time to stay in hotels. And there's so many factors. The first thing is the cleanliness. Cleanliness is amazing in all hotels, all branded hotels. You feel safe walking in, and you know that this is something you really want in this time. You want your kids to feel safe if they're traveling with you. If you're on a business trip, you want to make sure the desk and everything in the room is properly wiped so they can use it. Second thing is the rates are awesome. This is something apart from cleanliness, but rates are awesome. I mean, like you see the rates are dropped down like 40 to 50% from the normal year.
Wow.
So now you can think of going to a star hotels, like 5-star hotels or something, destination hotels. And then third thing is the interaction with the staff is very less now, and which means I feel it's important to have interaction with the guests, but again, in this COVID time, guests may not feel safe to interact with anybody if they are traveling from outside. So with the technology and everything, they just go into their room, stay, and come out. So there's so many factors that's actually it's encouraging if you really wanted to go out and stay in the hotel.
That's excellent. Good.
Right.
Good. Well, maybe before we close, I wondered. It looks like you're working on some new projects. Part of
Right.
your group. Is it a new property, or you're building a new hotel? Tell us a bit about some of the new projects and things like that that's going on within the group that you're part of.
Sure. So our group is building a new Hyatt place in Brampton. Right now, it's under construction. The building is already up. You can walk by and see. It looks beautiful. The interior part is going on right now. Again, it was again hit by the COVID. We were hoping to open it by March of this year, but now we are delayed to next 6 months now because of the COVID again. Because a lot of supplies are not available right now. Things like that we needed from local vendors and that are not available on large quantity. So that's another hit.
Building materials.
Building materials, yes, building materials, furniture and everything. Things are being delayed from coming to China as well and from US as well with a lot of restrictions right now. So orders are on hold. And so all these process, delayed a little bit. So now we are anticipating to open by August or September this year. It's a beautiful property, 120 rooms. The work is in progress. With the banquet, we're gonna build a banquet hall as well next to the hotel. The location is amazing. Everybody following the protocols again as per the government guidelines. So due to COVID, cleanliness is on top of top there right now. Making sure all the construction people and staff working there, they feel safe. We have signed up another 3 hotels with the Hyatt coming in next 2 to 3 years. I hope this COVID will go quickly and we can start working on those projects soon. So I'm managing that project right now with our ownership, making sure the vendors we select there are in top priority and making sure the things placed there are as per the guidelines, timeline is good and all stuff. So I hope I'm gonna call you guys there on innovation.
Sure. Yeah, that would be very exciting.
Right.
What makes the Hyatt program special?
Hyatt, they have
expect at a Hyatt.
See, Hyatt is very encouraging and new brand to Canada right now. They have signed up almost 35 hotels in Canada in last year, which are coming in next 5 years. There are already few of them are under construction in Ontario. There's one coming in Montreal, Ottawa. There are 2 coming in near the airport. There are 2 coming on near the Wonderland, and one we are building. There was newly built property in Mississauga last year. So they are very encouraging, especially for the millennials. Hyatt Place is known for millennial, which is more budgeted, more relaxed, and comfortable for business travelers as well. So they come, they stay, they have the breakfast and go. It's a very unique brand, and it's getting popular in US and now in Canada. They have their own cleaning standards as well. They have their own program as well. So we're gonna work on that pretty soon once we are open. And things they are taking, they are trying to take over the share market now. So it's pretty interesting now to see a new brand coming to Canada and taking a place. So it's pretty good. You will like it.
Good. That's very exciting. Anything last to close us off with, Tara, before we say goodbye to Prince?
I don't have any further questions, Prince, but we do certainly appreciate your willingness to join Carl and myself today and give us the inside track on the hotel industry. It's definitely faced some serious headwinds in 2020, but it sounds like you've been able to keep going and adapt to whatever you need to do. Good.
Right.
And I think it'll I think it'll give our listeners a lot of confidence in the hotel industry with the protocols that you've put in place, knowing that when they walk in the front door, it is a safe environment.
Right. And that's much needed. And I believe you guys are playing an important role in that. I mean, like providing, like I mentioned, providing all the necessary supply, all the PPE kits, all the gloves and sanitizers, which is very important now. And Hilton, not Hilton, all the brands are doing their best to make sure the guests coming to their property and feel safe. But it's important on your end as well, that you're providing all the supplies and everything on time. This is a tough time for everybody. I believe we should be hoping for positive things. We should stable ourselves in this situation. We should cope up with this situation and not get discouraged by this COVID. Of course, it's something really concerned for everybody, but if we follow the protocols, if we take the precautions, it makes you feel safe and others feel safe. It's our responsibility. We should be following all the protocols as per government guidelines and make sure our surroundings are safe. Another thing I would like to add here is local businesses, they need everybody's support right now. So support local businesses, help them to stand straight in this COVID-19, because it's still a long time to go, still a long time to recover. So we need everybody's support. If you need to travel, go to the brand hotels, go feel safe. If you want to go for a getaway with your kids, go feel safe there. I'm sure all the brands are following their protocols properly for cleanliness. And I hope the restrictions and everything will be lifted soon and we can get back to normal. Vaccination will be done. But overall, we need to stand strong. We need to stand together. We need to be together in this COVID-19. And we will definitely win over it.
Absolutely. No, I think that's a good note. We appreciate the positivity and the coming together as a community and supporting local. It's so many positive things that we can take away from the current situation that we're in. It's exciting. So we've all grown as a community. We've grown as an industry,
Right.
Not in the cleaning industry, but the hospitality and hotel industry. Obviously, like you spoke about, all these exciting things that are being put into place and are into place now, which we all hope will last for forever. And then, like you say, that community attitude, that support local, we need to continue to promote that as well. So that's very exciting, Prince.
Exactly.
Good. Well, thank you again very, very much. We appreciate you taking some time and joining us today and sharing some insights and the positivity. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, guys, and stay safe and keep surroundings safe.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care,
Thank you
guys.
for joining Clean Space.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Checkers, your clean resource.